A pony is a small horse. Depending on context, a pony may be a horse that is under an approximate or exact height at the withers, or a small horse with a specific conformation and temperament. There are many different breeds. Compared to other horses, ponies often exhibit thicker manes, tails and overall coat, as well as proportionally shorter legs, wider barrels, heavier bone, thicker necks, and shorter heads with broader foreheads. The word pony derives from the Old French polnet, meaning foal, a young, immature horse, but this is not the modern meaning. Unlike a horse foal, a pony remains small when fully grown. However, on occasion, people who are unfamiliar with horses may confuse an adult pony with a foal. The ancestors of most modern ponies developed small stature because they lived on the margins of livable horse habitat. These smaller animals were domesticated and bred for various purposes all over the northern hemisphere. Ponies were historically used for driving and freight transport, as children's mounts, for recreational riding, and later as competitors and performers in their own right. During the Industrial Revolution, particularly in Great Britain, a significant number were used as pit ponies, hauling loads of coal in the mines. Ponies are generally considered intelligent and friendly, although sometimes they also are described as stubborn or cunning. Properly trained ponies are appropriate mounts for children who are learning to ride. Larger ponies can be ridden by adults, as ponies are usually strong for the size. In modern use, many organizations define a pony as a mature horse that measures less than 14.2 hands at the withers, but there are a number of exceptions. Different organizations that use a strict measurement model vary from 14 hands to nearly 14.3 hands. Many breeds classify an animal as either horse or pony based on pedigree and phenotype, no matter its height. Some full-sized horses may be called ponies for various reasons of tradition or as a term of endearment. Horses and ponies. For many forms of competition, the official definition of a pony is a horse that measures less than 14.2 hands at the withers. Horses of 14.2 or taller. The International Federation for Equestrian Sports defines the official cutoff point at 148 centimeters without shoes and 149 centimeters with shoes, though allows a margin for competition measurement of up to 150 centimeters without shoes, or 151 centimeters with shoes. However, the term pony can be used in general for any small horse, regardless of its actual size or breed. Furthermore, some horse breeds may have individuals who mature under that height but are still called horses, and are allowed to compete as horses. In Australia, horses that measure from 14 hands to 15 hands are known as a Galloway, and ponies in Australia measure under 14 hands. People who are unfamiliar with horses may confuse an adult pony with a young, immature horse, while foals that will grow up to be horse-sized may be no taller than some ponies in the first months of life. The body proportions are very different. A pony can be ridden and put to work, while a foal is too young to be ridden or used as a working animal. Foals, whether they grow up to be horse or pony-sized, can be distinguished from adult horses by their extremely long legs and slim bodies. The heads and eyes also exhibit juvenile characteristics. Furthermore, in most cases, nursing foals will be in very close proximity to a mare who is the mother of the foal. While ponies exhibit some neoteny with the wide foreheads and small size, the body proportions are similar to that of an adult horse. History. Ponies originally developed as a landrace adapted to a harsh natural environment, and were considered part of the draft subtype typical of Northern Europe. At one time, it was hypothesized that they may have descended from a wild draft subspecies of Equus ferus. Studies of mitochondrial DNA indicate that a large number of wild mares have contributed to modern domestic breeds. In contrast, studies of Y DNA suggest that there was possibly just one single male ancestor of all domesticated breeds. Domestication of the horse probably first occurred in the Eurasian steppes with horses of between 13 hands to over 14 hands, and as horse domestication spread, the male descendants of the original stallion went on to be bred with local wild mares. Domesticated ponies of all breeds originally developed mainly from the need for a working animal that could fulfill specific local draft and transportation needs while surviving in harsh environments. The usefulness of the pony was noted by farmers who observed that a pony could outperform a draft horse on small farms. By the 20th century, many pony breeds had Arabian and other blood added to make a more refined pony suitable for riding. Uses. Ponies are seen in many different equestrian pursuits. Some breeds, such as the Hackney pony, are primarily used for driving, while other breeds, such as the Connemara pony and Australian pony, are used primarily for riding. Others, such as the Welsh pony, are used for both riding and driving. There is no direct correlation between a horse's size and its inherent athletic ability. Ponies compete at events that include show hunter, English riding on the flat, driving and Western riding classes at horse shows, as well as other competitive events such as gymkhana and combined driving. They are seen in casual pursuits such as trail riding, but a few ponies have performed in international-level competition. Though many exhibitors confine themselves to classes just for ponies, some top ponies are competitive against full-sized horses. For example, a 14.1-hand pony named Stroller was a member of the British Equestrian Show jumping team, and won the silver medal at the 1968 Summer Olympics. More recently, the 14.1-3/4 hand pony Theodore O'Connor won the gold medal in eventing at the 2007 Pan American Games. Pony clubs, open to young people who own either horses or ponies, are formed worldwide to educate young people about horses, promote responsible horse ownership, and also sponsor competitive events for young people and smaller horses. In many parts of the world, ponies are also still used as working animals, as pack animals, and for pulling various horse-drawn vehicles. They are used for children's pony rides at traveling carnivals and at children's private parties where small children can take short rides on ponies that have saddled and then either led individually or hitched to a pony wheel that leads 6 to 8 ponies at a time. Ponies are sometimes seen at summer camps for children and are widely used for pony trekking and other forms of ecotourism riding holidays, often carrying adults as well as children. Characteristics. Ponies are often distinguished by the phenotype, a stocky body, dense bone, round shape and well-sprung ribs. They have a short head, large eyes and small ears. In addition to being smaller than a horse, their legs are proportionately shorter. They have strong hooves and grow a heavier hair coat, seen in a thicker mane and tail as well as a particularly heavy winter coat. Pony breeds have developed all over the world, particularly in cold and harsh climates where hardy, sturdy working animals were needed. They are remarkably strong for the size. Breeds such as the Connemara pony are recognized for their ability to carry a full-sized adult rider. Pound-for-pound ponies can pull and carry more weight than a horse. Draft-type ponies are able to pull loads significantly greater than their own weight, with larger ponies capable of pulling loads comparable to those pulled by full-sized draft horses, and even very small ponies able to pull as much as 400 150% of their own weight. Nearly all pony breeds are very hardy, easy keepers that share the ability to thrive on a more limited diet than that of a regular-sized horse, requiring half the hay for the weight as a horse, and often not needing grain at all. However, for the same reason, they are also more vulnerable to laminitis and Cushing's syndrome. They may also have problems with hyperlipemia. Ponies are generally considered intelligent and friendly, though sometimes they also are described as stubborn or cunning. The differences of opinion often result from an individual pony's degree of proper training. Ponies trained by inexperienced individuals, or only ridden by beginners, can turn out to be spoiled because the riders typically lack the experience base to correct bad habits. Properly trained ponies are appropriate mounts for children who are learning to ride. Larger ponies can be ridden by adults, as ponies are usually strong for the size. For showing purposes, ponies are often grouped into small, medium, and large sizes. Small ponies are 12.2 hands and under, medium ponies are over 12.2 but no taller than 13.2 hands, and large ponies are over 13.2 hands but no taller than 14.2 hands. The smallest equines are called miniature horses by many of the breeders and breed organizations, rather than ponies, even though they stand smaller than small ponies, usually no taller than 38 inches at the withers. However, there are also miniature pony breeds and types that are not ponies. Some horse breeds are not defined as ponies, even when they have some animals that measure under 14.2 hands. This is usually due to body build, traditional uses and overall physiology. Breeds that are considered horses regardless of height include the Arabian horse, American quarter horse and the Morgan horse, all of which have individual members both over and under 14.2 hands. Other horse breeds, such as Icelandic horse and fjord horse, may sometimes be pony-sized to have some pony characteristics, such as a heavy coat, thick mane, and heavy bone, but are generally classified as horses by the respective registries. In cases such as these, there can be considerable debate over whether to call certain breeds horses or ponies. Quote, however, individual breed registries usually are the arbiters of such debates, weighing the relative horse and pony characteristics of a breed. In some breeds, such as the Welsh pony, the horse versus pony controversy is resolved by creating separate divisions for consistently horse-sized animals, such as the Section D Welsh cob. Some horses may be pony height due to environment more than genetics. For example, the Chincoteague pony, a feral horse that lives on a Satig island off the coast of Virginia, often matures to the height of an average small horse when raised from a foal under domesticated conditions. Conversely, the term pony is occasionally used to describe horses of normal height. Horses used for polo are often called polo ponies, regardless of height, even though they are often of thoroughbred breeding and often well over 14.2 hands. American Indian tribes also have the tradition of referring to the horses as ponies when speaking in English, even though many of the Mustang horses they used in the 19th century were close to or over 14.2 hh, and most horses owned and bred by native peoples today are of full horse height. The term pony is also sometimes used to describe a full-sized horse in a humorous or affectionate sense. The United States Pony Club defines pony to be any mount that is ridden by a member regardless of its breed size. Persons up to 25 years old are eligible for membership, and some of the members' ponies actually are full-size horses.